So these are by Wet n Wild. These are the 6 palette eyeshadows where it comes with 3 matte and 3 shimmer from the Coloricon collection. And what I liked about these was that it gave you the 3 matte and the 3 shimmer, because I am always looking for like matte colors, which I feel like hardly come in palettes anymore. So I hardly ever include the price, but this was only $4.99 from CVS, and it was actually take 50% off. If you follow Novu, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that word, novucheap.com, it's a blogger. She gives you really great updates on what's on sale and what deals are going on in different drugstores and whatnot. And this was one of them. And she was mentioning that these are going to be discontinued, these 6 eyeshadow palettes. And I was kind of bummed out because I do like that it offers 3 matte colors. It comes in 2 other versions too. There's one that has like blues and greens, which I wasn't really interested in. I mean, it's like a bright blue and a bright green. And then there's one other one that comes with like more purples and burgundies. But a lot of the other palettes I have a decent amount of burgundies. So I picked up these 2 because I thought they were great. This one will be like a forever classic to have the golds and the neutral colors. And then this one was just kind of nice because it gave you that nice matte black color. So this one is in Vanity, and this one is in Greed. Okay. So these are the swatches. The mattes are very creamy, really pigmented. I mean, you really give you that kind of matte color. And the shimmers are also very nicely creamy and pigmented. I will say that this palette, the Vanity palette, went on much easier. I would say that these are really more creamy, a little bit more pigmented than this palette, unfortunately. So I really do like this Vanity palette. And this Creed palette is really nice. It's just not as consistent. So the matte shadows are great. Really nice matte black. And then the shimmers are a little bit disappointing. I thought that this color would be really, really pretty. It's like this kind of gray with a little bit of violet and green kind of shimmer. So it looks really interesting, except when you swatch it, it's a little bit harder to kind of get on. Now, I don't do these swatches with primers, so I think that might make a difference for you, and I think you can apply them wet, so that might make it even more poppy. But for what I do every day, this is how I apply them, so that's how I swatch them. This middle metallic color is actually really pretty though, really kind of this nice peachy color. And then lastly, this black shimmer color totally makes up for the lack of the violet kind of gray color. It's this really interesting matte black with these multicolor sparkles. It almost reminds me of the NARS Night series, but it's not blue. It's not just blue. There's also a lot of silver, but there is a little bit kind of a blue hint to it too. Just really pretty, really interesting kind of black shimmer color that totally makes up for the rest of it. So I would highly recommend both of these palettes for the price, for the pigment color and kind of payoff. And then mostly because it has nice matte shadows, which is so hard to find. So this one again is Vanity. And this one is in Creed.